I'm very excited to be here at FinDEVr for the first ever event. I think that if a lot of you have probably never heard of Forte Payment Systems. I actually founded the company myself back in '98 as ACH Direct. Even then, you probably still don't know who we are. I like to refer to ourselves as the best kept secret in payments. Beyond that, and the reason really behind that is because we have actually been that partner behind the scenes driving many of today's successful solutions. In fact, we have several exhibitors here today that are actual customers of ours as well, or partners of ours. A little bit more about ourselves. I founded the company back in '98. I had the idea of really creating solutions around ACH processing or electronic check, as you may know it better. And really just started the company in part-time, out of the garage would probably be an upgrade from how I started, but just started with the idea and built out functionality and just went for it. Started with $0 and just put as much as I could into it, and as we developed customers over time, we just reinvested and just grew the business to where we are here today. And where we are today is that, again, we're still bootstrapped, taking no outside capital, pure organic growth story. And we serve 27,000 merchants and process about 16 billion a year. And the way that we've been able to achieve that with such a small organization, we still only have about 115 employees now, we've done that by partnering with companies just like you. And so we're that partner behind the scenes that provides that payment processing functionality for ACH and credit card processing, and really supports you in your go-to-market strategies and your success. Your success is our success. And so why, in considering some of the various partners out there, why would you consider, using Forte as your partner? I think that really it comes down to a number of different reasons. One is that, a developer, me being a developer, I've been coding since I was in junior high. I know what some of the challenges are that you guys face, and I create solutions in order to eliminate those pain points and provide for as broad use cases as possible to support your needs. And since we've been around since '98, we've been able to develop a ton of different functionality, a very broad offering, whether it be for recurring transactions, for point of sale, point of presence type transactions, recurring transactions, Modo, whatever the scenarios are, we basically have seen it and we've supported it, and we have solutions that will solve for your use cases out there. Another reason to partner with us is that we have flexibility in our partnership. So we can be that behind the scenes player where you present the solution completely as your own, and we just provide that support behind the scenes. Or we can provide more of a partnership role where we are actually, go to market together, and we're in charge of the payments processing part, and you're in charge of the other piece of the equation. To kind of give you a feel for some of the solutions that we power, I wanted to give you a couple examples here, and one of them is a company by the name of Sedona Office. And they are a software company for the alarm monitoring, the billing solution related to that. Initially, it started off with just simple credit card and ACH processing in a recurring model. But over the years, the partnership has grown. We still are the merchant acquirer for this relationship, so we have that partnership role where we're providing first level of support for merchants and their processing questions. We do the merchant application. They're utilizing our online application, which we co-brand or we actually brand it as Sedona Office. But over the years, we've definitely expanded the solution set that we offer to Sedona to include account updater, tokenization, and even a point-to-point encrypted onboarding experience, so they can capture the payment information on the front end, have that tokenized, and then use that tokenization information for the recurring billing. Another example is for a large outsourced biller for the cable and telecom industry. They had a situation where they needed to process ACH transactions, But rather than us being the merchant of record or providing the merchant services for that, a lot of these very, very large organizations already have an existing banking relationship, and they want to leverage those treasury relationships for processing their ACH transactions. And so we partnered with this organization, and because we have links into all the major banks, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citi, all the big banks, we have that connectivity. We can easily route those transactions to their banking partners and provide those services, just basically gateway services. We also provide account verification solutions to help minimize the amount of administrative returns. And then we also have virtual terminal and reporting to help with the reconciliation, balancing, and so forth. Another example is an exhibitor here today, Cloud-Based Accounting System. They were looking to solve for their payroll solution. And so in this particular situation, they wanted us to be more kind of in the behind the scenes. They wanted to control the experience from the application process all the way through. But they needed us to do the underwriting, to underwrite their merchants and to process those ACH transactions, those direct deposit transactions. And so they leveraged our APIs in order to originate the transactions on their customers' behalf. But they also integrated to our API for our application. And so they could create the user experience on the front end for the application. All that information would get sent to us for underwriting. Once approved, we would then push those credentials back to the company so that they could originate those direct deposit transactions on behalf of their merchants. So as far as partnering with us, we're very easy to work with. There's no fees. You don't even have to partner with us to get access to our APIs. They're all out there for the public to see. We're going to give you 24/7 access to our Sandbox, unlimited free tech support. You can talk to me on the phone. I'm going to give you my contact at the end. We're definitely here to support you. That's one of the big things I think that is different about us is that we're here. We know that our success is solely dependent upon your success, and so we are going to provide. We're going to provide code for you if you need to to make whatever it is we can do to make it easier for you. Another thing that's great about it is we also have revenue share opportunities. So if we are providing those merchant services and there's revenue to be made, we'll go ahead and provide you with a revenue associated with those transactions that your merchants are processing. We also have a biller model where we're just billing you, and then you're just bundling in that service and providing that to your merchants. As far as integration, we definitely have, we just launched our brand new REST APIs and SDKs. They're all in beta. The SDKs are right now. We have a number of things to help make your life easier from a compliance perspective, like our Forte.js tokenization solution and our checkout solution. But we also support some of the older technologies. So if you do need to implement or integrate something that uses some older technologies, we still have those available. We still support those, and we're there to support you. Also, as far as announcements, actually I'm going to go ahead and skip here. We actually have a seminar tomorrow that we're going to do a deep dive into our APIs, so you can kind of get a feel for the solution and how you can leverage it in your offering. And then we also have a similar program that Yodlee has. We have our Kickstart program where developers that integrate to us, we provide $100,000 worth of payment processing free of charge. And so you can go to the Forte.net Kickstart website to learn more about that, or come see us at our booth. And then lastly, I just want to say, we are definitely here for you. I'm Jeff at Forte.net. You can Skype me at jeff.thornus, and Twitter also jeff.thornus. So would really love to learn more about your businesses and how some of the challenges that you're facing and what we can do to support you in that. So thank you very much. Appreciate being in front of you here today.